I just want to welcome all of you who are from outside of our Newark community to Newark, because this is a really important day for financial institutions in Ohio. And I am personally extremely grateful for the opportunity to personally thank Governor Kasich, who's not listening to me. So, thank you very much. But I do seriously want to thank you for your leadership. And this goes back a couple of years ago, and the Kasich administration has been very responsive, and Governor Kasich has done a lot of personal work on this too, which we truly appreciate. The other people to thank in this effort, as you know, with any of these bills, they're quite a group effort, and Commerce Director Dave Goodman and Tax Commissioner Joe Testa, who's here today, Representative Ron Onstutz, and then Tim Schaefer, and they've just done so much to advance this legislation. So I just wanted to make one or two comments about House Bill 510. It's really a very good bipartisan bill that provides meaningful reform for the taxation of financial institutions in Ohio. And it makes the taxation much more fair while remaining neutral to the state of Ohio, which has always been very important. And the bill provides relief for highly capitalized, very safe institutions like First Federal. And these are community-oriented institutions that are providing small business loans and home loans to families, and they're located in small and larger communities throughout the state. What will this bill do? It will free up resources and strengthen the community banks all over the state and enable us to hire additional employees to primarily do two things: to make small business loans and home loans, and also to help us hire the people that we need to help us deal with the voluminous federal regulation that we're facing through the Dodd-Frank legislation. So basically, this bill will really help keep the housing recovery on track in Ohio and provide jobs.
House Bill 510 did a few things. When we approached the governor about it, and it basically set out some goals for us. He wanted to close a very significant loophole that was in the tax code. It was about $30 million wide. He wanted to close that loophole, bring some fairness and simplicity to this system, and bring some equity to the community banks, as Sarah mentioned earlier. Clearly, if you look at the entire list, which of course in the tax department we're allowed to do, then you see the disparity. It's glaring. It was glaring, and clearly needed to be addressed. And so the work with Chairman Amstutz and Senator Schaefer and our staff and our entire team made this a reality. Revenue neutrality, we weren't looking to increase state revenue. We're looking at holding it the same as it was, basically. And we put some triggers into the bill that if, in fact, it generates more than we expected, we will adjust the rates accordingly and so on. So I think it's a good, fair bill. Glad and thrilled to be a part of it, had some role in it. And so we're glad to bring this great day here for Ohio.
There were big financial institutions that could drive a truck through the law and be able to shift their equity outside of this state where it didn't get taxed. And so Sarah and her cohorts had to pick up the tab because they were avoiding paying what they should have paid. Now, I'm sure that the people with the bankers, Ohio Bankers Association, just loved the fact that this bill was coming, but they worked with us. And the big banks were really just taking advantage of what the law was, but that was clearly a loophole. We had a lot of discussions in Ohio about what's a loophole. This was a loophole. And as a result, our smaller institutions had to pay more. Now, you know, Harvey is here. He represents Inside Bank. He loves, you like this bill, don't you, Harvey? I think you'd. Okay. And Sarah's really top flight. I mean, she's also chairman of the board of DePauw University. She's got vast experience with financial institutions and plays a major role, not just in her own institutions, but also across the board. These institutions, they are the They are the injectors of the blood into these small community banks to help our small businesses grow. And you're going to hear more about this over the period of the next month or so, because I believe the tax burden on our small businesses is overwhelming and is really hurting this state in terms of being able to get to the next level. Okay, Sarah, we'll let you dot. Oh, no, you won't dot this. I will dot that. You will get to dot the I. You know, this started when I had Gordon Gee. Gordon Gee helped on a bill, and he came into the office, and I said, you know, all these people that dot the I, has the president of Ohio State ever dotted the I? And he said no, so he dotted the I, and has a great picture of it. Right, that's an I right there.
Where's
We're
the
not getting
H?
into
Where's the H?
Yes, I will finish
There's
it.
not-
Just dot the I,
okay.
Sarah.
Well, I just.
I mean, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. All right, it's all done. Thank you all very much for coming, and let's do well, okay? Thank you.